Hello everyone, this is Liwei Model for a follow-up video on the Jackery 100 Plus. So I say follow-up video because if you haven't seen it, I made an original assessment of it while unboxing it right here, or if you cannot see the link, it's probably going to be down there in the comment. So my opinion has changed on it, and also you guys have put a lot of comments on that video, and I figured that it was worth it to, give it a second look at and answer some of the most common question I had, and some comment that I saw actually were pretty good in terms of new information that came out with this. I also did a lot of experiment with it, like I told you. After traveling for this thing for a 5,500 kilometer road trip, that's more than 2,000 miles for my American friends. And well, it's a great device. It is a great device, and I understand what they were going for, and it's more than a power bank. So now let me just start off by answering some question. It is 99.2 watt hour. What a weird number. Well, it turns out that the maximum amount that you're allowed to bring on an airplane in the US is anything under 100 watt hour. So this thing, you can keep it with you in the airplanes, and you can use it to as an extra battery for your laptop and your camcorder devices and phones and all of that. So that's one of the first things that I felt like was a very good information. Also, what people seem to like about this one is that it is obviously, its size seems to be pretty good, and I actually leave this in my laptop bag. So yeah, I mean, you cannot do this with any of the larger power station where they have more than more than just the USB. They have like the cigarette lighter plug, and they have like the AC plugs and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is really designed, as a battery extender, as something to charge your other devices, more than to be used as something that you would actually use to power on a regular device. Now, charging on this. Well, a lot of people were asking me, how long does it take to charge? Well, there's no definitive answer, obviously, because it depends how much depleted it is and what is your power input. So about power input on this, well, I was able to crank it up to 100 watt, but it wouldn't stay there for very long. And after it reaches a certain amount of percentage, it would gradually slow down as to not overcharge the battery. So another thing I heard is that some people feel that Jackery products are a bit of a the marketing bullshit, and they actually compared them to Pecron, which offer similarly sized device at a much lower cost. But the thing is, nobody offers anything this size except Jackery right now. And I'm not gonna say anything bad about Pecron, because you know what? The fact is that I got one right here, the E2000 LFP, which is a very, very good unit, by the way, that I love. Obviously, you can see it's not new; it has scuffers and that kind of stuff. So I actually had this in my road trip also, and I think that something like this paired with something like that actually makes for a very, very good little combo, because this you can leave in the van, and you can use it to top it off the small one, which you can carry on treks, and just something you can't do with this or any other power station that is between this 2 kilowatt monster over there and this small one here, which is almost like 0.1 kilowatt hour. So I think that they complement each other very, very well. About charging, I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I discovered. So first of all, let me just put both of them in the same screen so you see that there's no shenanigan. Oh, yeah, that's how I was managing to keep it leveled. So I have two power station in my view right now. So the Jackery tiny little one right here, beside the massive background. Now there are more heavier, and you know, there is bigger than the background right here, but it still gives you a good idea on how small one is compared to the other one. So the Jackery, like you saw in the original video, came with that USB 3 connection cable. That is a very good quality cable, and if you just want to see, if I just turn this on right here and go to the 100 watt power delivery port, I was able to get 114 watt input total when the thing was almost discharged, or when it was fully discharged. So right now it's at 50%, and as you can see, it's going to be around 50. I've seen it also around 60 near when it reached 20%, and then it's gonna slowly go down to give you a total charge time of around an hour 45 minutes to 2 hours. Now it also came with this little adapter here, which you can use for a solar panel, but I also found something else that was pretty handy. If you get one of these, you can actually use it to charge. So if I just plug my device right here, again, so you guys can see that I'm not faking this out, and then I plug it in my cigarette lighter port. There you go. And at this point, it's gonna use it and it's gonna charge. So what I've seen is that using either this method or plugging it directly in the car seems to bring it around 40. I haven't been able to see anything over 40 watt in terms of charging, but again, if you're plugging this in your car, you're probably going to be in a car for, you know, for a while, so it's not that much of an issue. So in terms of how I was able to use it, okay, so I was asked, can you use it to run a laptop? Well, here's the original video on my little gateway laptop here. So this is an i5 laptop. It has an integrated GPU. It's an Iris Xe, and well, this thing, I keep it close to that laptop because it actually almost doubled its life. So that's very good to have. And although this laptop here was not especially designed to be charged via USB-C, it is able to. So if I just put it on the side here and just plug this in the USB-C port, I was asked, how much power can you pull? Can you power a computer with this? Yes, you can. And even better than that, right now it's using 30 watts, something like this. Just want to tell you that I voluntarily discharged the laptop a bit, so it's actually charging the battery, and on top of that, it is powering the computer. Now, all of that is fine, but let's say I try to run a game that you might have heard of as being a bit power hungry. Well, first of all, yes, it's an integrated GPU, but the game is able to run on it. So on this scenario right here, it's gonna open Cyberpunk 2077. It's charging the battery, and on top of that, it's only powered by this thing here. So right now it's pulling 50 watt, 51, 50. So it is fully able to power this laptop. Now, if you have a super high-end gaming laptop, yeah, obviously, if your power supply is something like 190 watt, that's not gonna work, because I mean, this can only output 100 watt. But the fact remains that right now it is currently running Cyberpunk 2077, which is a notably power-hungry game. You know, on low-medium setting. And if I just start the game right here, just by the way, I actually overclocked this laptop by about 20%, because on the gateway you're actually able to do so. So that's one of the reasons why it runs Cyberpunk that well on on an integrated GPU. So, beside this, what else have I used this device for? Yeah, we've charged phone with it. We've charged also you know, cameras, and yeah, I used it for my laptop. I also used it at well, when we were stopping sometimes in hotel rooms where for some weird reason there was just one electric plug on one side of the bed, but not on the other one. So yeah, it was quite handy to just be able to have this and being able to recharge my stuff. There you go. The game is loaded. As you can see, it runs okay. It could be better, but it actually runs okay. Again, integrated GPU, that's quite an achievement. So the power supply is drawing about 54. I've seen it in the mid 60s, peaking over there, so no problem. And the computer runs right now in performance mode for an integrated GPU again, but it still works. So there you go, laptop test, a success. So beside this, I've also had people that said that it would be great for a mobile game console, like the Steam Deck or the Game Boy, well, charging any of the Game Boys with a power adapter. Yeah, that's fine. You can also use it for that. It's just a little device that's very versatile. Now the thing is, I was originally complaining about the way that you cannot charge this by itself. It doesn't have like a power outlet or anything like that. Well, after reading a bit on the entire line of Jackery Explorer Plus, it seems like this is not the only device that actually requires you to be charged by USB 3. If you look at the 300 Plus, it's the same idea. So I understand where Jackery was going with this. So all in all, my new opinion of this. Well, this is a very good little device. It provides, it is able to provide the full 100 watt of output that it says it does. That's 100 watt for both at the same, for a total of 100 watt for both. It is pretty cheap, so it's pretty affordable to get, and I think unlike the big Petron over there, which is still, you know, it's still not super expensive, but you're talking about near $1,000. This is one on special that's around $150. These are all Canadian prices, obviously. The US is going to be cheaper with the exchange rate, obviously. So I very highly recommend this unit. Anybody that is traveling, anybody that needs something on the go, even if you are like doing van life or something like this, this device paired with the bigger one over there is gonna basically give you extra flexibility, which is what I figured out with my latest road trip. So on that note, I hope everybody had a good day. If you have any other question in the comments, I'll be looking at them very closely, because, you know, I can do all kind of capacity tests and that kind of stuff. Real world experience is actually where it's all at. And no matter what the stats says, what the website says, or what somebody who just opened the box and did 2-3 tests on it says, you're gonna have to live with this, and this is what I did, and that's why it took so long for me to get this video out there and in the on the YouTube platform. So I hope everyone have a very good day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video if you're into model train, or who knows, maybe I'll do another power station if you guys want. This was Leeway Model out.